Hello, Internet! You are watching Mr. Axebane. I'm playing Farming Simulator 22, and this is episode number 6 of my Griffin Indiana series. We got a little bit of honey that's been produced. I checked, actually, if we were to sell it right now, let's see what we got, 92 liters. Wow, okay, that'd be, I think that roughly $150, $160, which is not much, but we just put it in, literally like less than a day ago. So, or the beehives at least, over there. And look at it, our soybean is already growing. Yes, soybean crop is growing. I love how in FS22 when you walk over plants, it kind of pushes them down realistically, and they spring back up. And if you have crop destruction on, they'll survive that, but they will not survive you driving over them with a tractor. They'll just, the wheels will instantly delete. They actually do. They delete. They don't push them down and crush them. It's just delete, 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 delete. Anyway. So, I've been thinking about what to do for today, or for at least for this episode, which may be more than one day, because I want to get, I might have to skip a day or two to kind of get this soybean going, to get it further along. But I took a look at the calendar, and we have time. We could plant a fall crop, or a late summer crop even, with canola as early as 2 days from now. We have a 4-day window we can do it by, so if we do it by the end of September, we can do canola. And that's one of the ones that gets a little bit of a yield boost from the bees, the bee activity. So that's what our second field will be, and that's what we'll do first on this episode. I'm going to get one of the tractors and the plow going. I kind of wish I could put an AI worker on something while I do that, but this is already fertilized for some reason. Maybe the soil in this area, the soil mat, which I'm not using precision farming, I'm using the basic game, but for some reason it's at 100% fertilized. So the first round, I guess the soil is good enough that I don't gotta fertilize, unless that's a bug and it'll change as it grows, which I've never really seen it do that. But who knows? Who knows? This game is actually, to be honest, a lot less buggy than I thought it was gonna be. For whatever reason, I worried that it would be a lot more buggy, but this game is actually remarkably stable for me. I mean, occasionally it'll kind of like freeze up while it's trying to load a map, but it doesn't happen often. But once I'm playing, it never seems to crash. Maybe it did once, and I don't remember. I think it maybe has once, but been playing for about a month. Anyway, it's actually pretty reliable. It's just that the physics are a little bit wacky, you know, because it's hard to emulate truly real-to-life physics. True to life, you would need an extremely powerful computer, and even then, anyway. Getting sidetracked, as I tend to do. We're also going to get rid of this tree soon. I think a chainsaw should be able to take that out. I got the lumberjack mod too, so I could even eliminate the stump with a chainsaw. You just chainsaw it for 3 seconds to kill a stump. That's a young enough tree that it may not leave a stump, actually. But anyway, that's the other thing. So, oh, I think I blocked myself in. That's alright. I kind of wish I did have a bigger shed, but we'll have a second shed before long, or we'll upgrade that one. I'm just gonna park this here. Yeah, it's out of the way. Alright. So, I'm gonna do that. It's not gonna be as large of a field, but I'm gonna get another field plowed. Pretty much right next to this one. And we won't start it until we're past the edge of the road, probably. So maybe up here. Alright, so I'll go ahead, and it's raining too. We're gonna work in the rain. Atmospheric though, it's very atmospheric. Alright. We get to work on this second field. Work is underway, as you can see. Nice bird's eye view. There's our beehives. And it's that simple. Just gonna make another relatively rectangular field, a little smaller than the first. This will be our second field, and we're gonna plant canola. So this time I've done things a little bit differently. I decided to plow the outline of the field first, basically. There you can see it. it's actually pretty big. And if you look at the map, then you can actually see that and the previous field that we've got growing here of soybean. This new field is going to be, looks like almost as big. It's not quite as wide because I can't really go any further south with it, but it goes further west, so it's not the same, but it's not that much smaller. In my mind, I thought it was going to be maybe only 2/3 of what the other field is, but it's more than that. It's almost as big as the other field, so it should be nice. It's also got a tree right in it, right in the middle of it. Oh man. Another one. You guys are working together. You're conspiring. I know how it is. I know what you're up to. Oh. About a third of the way done, maybe a little bit more than that, and it's about 10 a.m. in the game. I'm thinking that I might actually go ahead and place down a sheep pen to start raising sheep today, possibly. And the cheapest one, you have to provide water and hay or grass, I believe. You don't even have to provide straw for bedding because, as you can imagine, once a sheep grows in their wool, before you shear them, they're just walking around with a like in a sleeping bag all the time. They can lay down anytime, and they got bedding. They just carry it around. It's just part of their thing. So they stay warm, whether they have straw or not. Well, that's for the cheapest one. The one step above that, and this is not modded. This is just the basic options, the default options of the game. Doesn't require water, but it still requires hay or grass, and so it's just hay or grass. That's it. For some reason, it just always has unlimited water. Now it's more expensive, so I'm sure you're paying for that convenience. And I might do that. I might favor that convenience. I don't know if I want to do a lot of water hauling yet, if ever, for the sheep. I mean, if I was also doing greenhouses or other animals that needed water, and I was like, but it kind of would be a pain to do it just for sheep. Maybe that's why they have that option. But it's more expensive. But so the second, and then there's a third one that's even bigger. I don't know whether it requires water or not. Probably not, but maybe. But I'm sure it can support a lot more sheep. We'll probably get the middle option, the one that's no water required, holds more sheep, kind of pricey, but not as expensive at the top of the line. So it's about noon in the game now, or almost noon, and I just realized I didn't check the sale paper this morning, and I didn't check it yesterday either. I have no idea what's going to be, and I would check it right now, but I need to watch this dang tree. Yeah, there we go. So we got to see what's for sale. That's going to definitely influence some of my. It'll influence the options for our next steps. So let's go ahead and do that. Open up sale paper, take a little break from the plowing, maybe even cut the engine off. Get some fresh air. You can hear that fresh air. Let's turn it up just a bit, actually, for you. Just a minute of relaxation. Get the fresh air. I don't hear any birds. Oh, whoa, where is this? Where is this said that I spoke over the birds? Nice. Just got one more out. Okay. Just atmospheric. I mean, there's no other way to. And I'm on like medium settings for quality and stuff. People who have better systems can make even better. Get even better immersion. All right, so I better turn that back down before I forget. And oh, sale paper. Oh. Actually, we'll take a break in the shade. We need a bench or something, don't we? All right. Anyway. Oh, and let's get this back to the map. All right. Sale paper. What we got? What do you got? What do you guys got? Oh. I see some good shit. Good stuff. I mean, pardon me. Uh, planters, type of seeder that it's kind of specialized seeder. Got a bale trailer. I think that's just the. That's nice. That's actually I think a little bit bigger than the one we bought, but cheaper because it's almost 60% off. It's a used one. We'll probably buy that almost surely. A manure spreader. We don't need that yet. Stone pickers. Um, I don't want to buy that yet. And we don't need to rinse it at the moment, so maybe not. A cultivator. Oh yeah. Oh nice. This is a it takes 160 horsepower. Unless we buy our third tractor and give it at least 150 or 160 horsepower, something like that, then we could get that. We got a plow. A cultivator is similar, but better in some ways. So we might get that. Almost surely we'll get the trailer. Oh, we've already got a trailer though. It would just give us another trailer that's a little bit better and cheaper. And if we returned the one we got and then bought that, I don't think it'd be worth it at that point because we'd lose half the value of it. So maybe we won't get that one. You guys gotta come up with better sales to tempt me. You gotta get. There's gonna be some good ones. There's gonna be some good ones. I'm sure there'll be some good ones. I gotta be careful not to buy all the stuff I'm tempted to buy too. I've done that in previous saves and gotten some great deals, and then at a certain point, sometimes I'm like, okay, I got all these great deals, but now I got all this stuff for all these different types of work, and now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do to make money to pay for all this stuff, even though it was used. So you still don't necessarily want to buy every great deal, or at least I've found that can be a problem. All right, just gotta finish this field. Making a field, and this, I gotta say, this is obviously a lot more work than just buying a field that one of the AI owns, buying some land like you do in most maps. And usually I like to buy, actually when I do that, buy a field that has crops that are ready to harvest too, so you just reap someone else's rewards, and then you plant your own thing in there and go, yeah, it's like a lot less work than this. For sure. But one of the upsides to this is I feel more attached to it. It feels more like my field. Like I figured out how to design them, how many fields to do. I had to do every little bit. It feels like I've invested more in it, so I'm more attached to it already. I feel it's kind of cool. I got my fields. These are my custom fields. Like, not that I did any advanced engineering. I made a rectangle, kinda, and then an even worse one with weird edges, but it's mine. I did it. Yeah. Oh, this will be fun. Okay, that's not bad. The bad kind is when as soon as you hit the object, you start to get stuck on top of it, like you're immediately driving over it. That wasn't too bad. All right, we raise the plow. Get that little bit there that I missed. Yeah. Get this thing finished, because it's 2:30 in the game in the afternoon, so I got time. But yeah, probably about 2/3 of this day to get this finished, because I also got to go and clean up the edges after I finish plowing this. But getting close to finished. Here we can get a close-up view. Plow in action. Oh, and we're beyond. Oh, we're beyond the field. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. Well, no. Okay. Not stuck on anything, so could have been worse there. And yeah, this field's almost plowed. Got a little bit of cleanup to do. A little bit of that. Heck yeah! Look at that. So the plowing itself is finished. Only bit that's needed now is if I just park here somewhere. I could actually do this from the tractor too, but I'd rather just park it and cut the engine. And I was thinking while I was mowing or plowing this too, I was thinking that I really do like that this piece of land is almost entirely surrounded by trees, but there's enough variety of trees that it looks interesting visually. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful map. The Griffin Indiana map is a beautiful map. Just like, I mean, just look at it. Feels just feels like a real field. I know a lot of maps achieve that, but it's nice. Some maps too, I've found that the forests are a little bit too overgrown with tall. Even the official map, I think the Silver Run Forest kind of suffers from this maybe a bit. Even though it's an amazing map with a beautiful creeks and waterfalls. I've seen the previews. I actually can't wait to try it. But at least this part of the forest here in this map, it's open enough that you can see. You can kind of see around in it too. I like that. I like, because in real life, my favorite places are always forests and groves of trees, and even small forests. But of course, grand old forests too. And I've even actually been to the sequoia forests on the west coast in California, and oh god, those trees are amazing. They're even like way more impressive in real life than in any game too. But those are on Silver Run Forest, upcoming map too, the official map. That's gonna be awesome too, just to see those. Yeah, wow, went off on a tangent there. I was supposed to clean up the edges. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in actually, get there faster, or zoom out, I should say, and get the landscaping tool again with the painting of the grass. And I might not need to do as much of it because I'm gonna try to settle for less than perfect, which I did it also before, but even more so this time, I feel. Oh, is that too close to the other property again? Oh, jeez. Actually, sometimes if I use a smaller brush, maybe I can get it. No, kind of made it worse. Oh, wow. Until I buy the next piece of land, I can get that little bit of dirt. That's fine. You gotta, when you make your own fields, you gotta settle for less. Why is that not getting straight? Am I doing it wrong? That's relatively straight. I think I did do it wrong somehow. Oh, I did it again. What is that? Maybe it's the size I'm using. It's weird. It's not working. Oh. Well, I need a little bit more room anyway. I didn't leave myself much room for, I was thinking about this too while I was plowing, for the sheep pens and stuff. If I eventually have horses, which by then, I'll buy more land maybe, if I need it, because I might need it for hay. Or actually, I already have a lot of hay actually, so it's gonna take a while for me to afford the animals to eat all that hay actually. All right, just a bit more of this over here, and I do own all that land, so it doesn't leave any little bit of dirt that I just can't reach. Here, definitely. And I'm not replacing with the actual planted grass yet. I might just don't feel like doing it yet. It's fine. It's not much anyway. Like, not that much area. Okay, I think that's probably... Oh, I was going to actually... I kind of brought this too close to everything else, I think, in especially the beehives up there, so... That'll be too big. But I want to bring this back a bit. Maybe like that, at the very least. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going to get this finished, and then the map, or the second field should be ready for planting. And there it is. We've got our second field. And some crows again. Alright, so that's cool. So now that we got that, in fact, even though I may end up paying some overtime, I should get this out of the way first. I'm going to hire an AI worker again to work this second field. Put the canola in. And then I can leave me free to go either start setting up a pen or deciding where to put the pen for the sheep. Don't have really many options. I've left myself very few options. Or I was thinking I could maybe get a chainsaw so that I could start gaining a bit more land. I don't want to cut too many trees. They're beautiful. Like this one, this big one here. At first I thought, yeah, I can cut that one, but I was like, wow, come on, I can't do that. But maybe this one, and then maybe 1 or 2 around here. That might give me. I think this is my land, right? That might be important to check. We're standing. Yeah, yeah. So, right. Obviously, we can use the edge of the field as a guide. Or is it not that way? Yeah. So maybe something like that, or maybe I'll just nestle it right in the trees. You know, I might not have to even. We can test that out. That would be kind of cool. Which that bale of hay is going to be in the way probably, but we can test the principle. All right. So sheep. Second option is $51,000, and it's big. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot how big relative to to the land I've got. It is holy moly. Well, maybe we'll buy more land. I mean, buy this. Oh yeah, this was the smaller piece that was nearby. We could buy this piece of land. I think it was only like 50,000, 60,000. We'll check. I mean, I could still get this in somewhere, but it would definitely require some trees to go, right? Of course, it won't let me check because it just says not enough money. But I'm sure it would say object in the way for all these trees and stuff. So we could clear these with chainsaw, or we could buy plot 105, which actually has a lot of wooded areas, for 74,000. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. We can get a small loan and do that. I mean, maybe we could even put a small field there for and have plant grass maybe, and then obviously expand north of that, and then have these three, the one we have, and then these two here. So we have a lot of options. Like I say, that's one of the things I love about this game. The main thing I love is the creativity, the way that you can just kind of expand and not just expand and design your farm how you want, but I mean, even in the default maps, you can usually delete a lot of the buildings and make it how you want. But you also just choose like what you're going to even do with the land, like what you're gonna grow, or are you gonna even grow anything? I mean, you can just do animals, or have start doing forestry, and like there's even some mining stuff, especially if you get some modded stuff. Apparently, it's not in-depth the mining, of course, that I know of, but it actually looks pretty cool. Some of the stuff I've seen. All right, so second field done. I'm gonna start getting it planted. All right, so I got the tractor that has the planter or the seeder attached, and you just gotta press V to lower it. Oh wait. I'm about to try to plant soybeans. It's gonna tell me no. That's right. So I gotta change it by pressing Y. We're gonna plant canola, which looks like you can see it changing in the bottom right. The icon. That's canola. I think. Yeah. All right. In canola we trust. The bees will boost our production of it. Uh-oh. Is that not canola? I think I'm getting my stuff mixed up. We'll drop the planter so that it's not trying to plant something. We're going to double check. So, what am I doing here? No. Oh, I'm too early. I'm doofus. I'm being a bit of a doofus. I forgot. It's 2 days from now when we can get that done. So we got the field done early. That's good. I forgot. Totally forgot. All right. That explains things. Human error. A lot of bugs are like that. Well, not all. Actually, there are legitimate bugs all over the place in gaming in general, of course. But sometimes it's just that I done goofed. All right. Whoa. We got more honey. 166 liters. Dang, that's still not a lot of money. It's still not showing up here for some reason. How much money? How much money can we get? Honey is right now it's about almost 1,700 per 1,000 liter. I think is how that works. And of course we don't even have 1,000. So we have a fraction of that, right? So we have what, 16% of that out of 100, roughly. My math's not good, remember, but see, it's the first half of July, and right, so it's actually not a good time to sell it. We would definitely want to, yeah, there's a pretty significant difference between almost $300 difference, or more than $300 difference. My math is bad. If we wait till February, so we definitely not gonna sell it yet. But if we waited, that's Let's do a rough estimate. That's 2,000 per almost 2,000 per liter. So we'll just say a 2,000 per liter when it's February, and we got 160 some liter. Let's say we had 200 liter, right? That'd be the easiest way to do it. That's a tenth of that, right? So we'd make like 200 bucks. Can we buy even a bag of seed with that? What can we do with that? Not a lot yet. But we like I say, we just put the bees in yesterday, I think. So we're asking a lot of them, but I'm just curious. Yeah, of course. So that's only a quarter of the cost of a bag of seeds. But it's only a day. Yeah, it's only a day. Probably still less than a day, right? Maybe. Or no. Anyway. So we can't put the canola in yet. That's fine. That's fine. We'll be putting that in a couple days. So in the meantime, I need to think of what to do. I'm actually thinking of putting no more beehives, because if we're gonna do honey production, I'm assuming I'm gonna need a little bit of investment to actually make any real progress with it. It'll be almost like a hobby if we do only one or two like this, probably. That's my guess, right? Because it wouldn't be balanced if we just had mountains of honey within the week. Like if next season I'm like I'm rolling in honey and I can't, then it just wouldn't make sense unless you invested a lot. But I'm not gonna invest a ton. But we're gonna try to get more. Oh, and I forgot to check if these are more efficient or if it matters. These hold 10 hives. These hold 33 hives. Oh shoot. Yeah. So we definitely should not have invested in the smaller ones in multiples. Because that's right, because that's 20,000. You only have to spend about 8,000 more, or a little less than that, and you get 3 times as much. Oops. Well, that's fine. We learned from that. So then, if you're gonna do bees, you know, if you start with anything smaller than the largest, just do like one, and that's just, you know, a little bit of side income on a small farm might work. But otherwise, I guess you do want to go for the large ones. Correct me if I'm wrong. My math is always sloppy. I can't. It's just how my brain is. All right, so I don't even have enough money, right? 20. Wow, I don't even have 20,000. Yep. Up. Okay. Bit of a monumental moment. We're gonna go back to the bank. If you remember, on day one we went to the bank. We didn't. You automatically have 200,000 in debt. But on day one we took it back to the bank and said, you know what? Forget it. Take it back. We don't want it. And they were all confused, and it was the whole thing. But we're gonna go back. Whoops! I don't need to flash that. We're gonna go back and say, guys, we would like a little bit of that. And they're gonna be like, oh my god, with this guy. But let's do it. We really don't need much. I'm gonna get. All I need is a $5,000 loan, but I'm gonna go ahead and get 10,000 so that I'll have a little bit of spending money if I need to buy something small. So let's do it. Let's make a bit more of an investment in the bees. With a big beehive, the biggest. And I'm gonna shove it somewhere over here next to these, I guess. I mean, right? It's kind of in the way, but you know, machinery should be able to avoid it for the most part, I think. If not, then we'll just actually paint the fields a little bit narrower and give us a bit more room, right? That's all we can do. See, you can always customize. I love that. Now you might wonder, oh gosh, why did it screw up the landscape? That's normal. That's fine. You can smooth it out. I can do that. It won't be perfectly smooth, but I can like smooth it out a bit. It's just because the buildings have to try to be level. You can avoid that if you use the free placement mode, but it can also cause problems if you get unlucky. So I can use this tool. This is the soften tool. I could probably make it kind of big maybe, and it won't be able to completely smoosh that down because it needs it to level the building. But the areas around it, I can like smooth. I think it's happening a little bit. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's doing a little bit. I might have to raise this if I want to really. Let's try it. Maybe we probably gonna screw up the landscape. What the hell? Oh no! Oh no! What happened? I didn't. It's like it painted tree. I was trying to raise. Oh, you can't raise your. Maybe you can't raise. That's fine. At least we didn't plant the canola yet. I guess you can't raise and lower the actual field. You can use the soften tool. It seemed to work, but anyway, I will have to just plow back over that real quick, and then it'll be getting dark. It's getting dark now, actually. So it'll be about time to wrap up this episode, probably. Yeah, we had a bit of a goof. See? I done goofed again. Oh, man. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I fixed it. Just had to plow back over it. Technically, that happened last night. I forgot that I was about to end an episode. I went ahead and slept. But the next episode will still start in the morning. Because it's just after 5 a.m. So, yeah. Second field is up. We're going to be planting canola in that in about a day or two. And that's about it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Mr. Axebane. Have a great day.